Hello, this video provides an introduction and overview of Closer Discovery, the UK's most detailed search engine for longitudinal studies. At Closer, we are passionate about longitudinal studies and their ability to produce world-leading research with real-world impact. Closer aims to maximise the use, value and impact of longitudinal studies. One of the ways we do this is through the creation and curation of a metadata portal, which helps researchers to find and appraise longitudinal data based on metadata. Finding data from many of the longitudinal studies in the past was quite difficult, with information spread out and held separately or may not have been viewable at all. So finding relevant data was time-consuming. At Closer, we wanted researchers to have one place where they could search across studies, making it easier to discover the data which are vital for their research. We also wanted to provide users with lots of context in order to understand the data and the variables, as well as aid the ability of researchers to draw comparisons across studies. So with support from our funders, the studies and our partners, we created Closer Discovery, the UK's most detailed search engine for longitudinal studies. This is because not only do we hold high-level metadata about the study, including the studies, sweeps, data collections, and data sets, but we also document a huge amount of detail about the variables and questions. These are all mapped to a controlled vocabulary of topics. This allows users to find the data they are interested in by browsing, searching, and exploring. Questions and variables are linked together, and variables include summary statistics. This allows users to make more informed decisions about the usefulness of the variables before they request or download the data. A unique aspect of Closer Discovery is that all the questions are documented as part of the questionnaire as a whole. Having the response domain and routing means you don't have to go cross-tabbing in datasets or searching through PDFs to work out what the population is in your data, for example. We also document the provenance of derived variables. Questions are linked to variables, and any further variables derived from them can be clearly seen. Knowing what variables went into creating a derived variable means you don't have to trawl through syntax or code to work that out. Lastly, you can save your questions and variables into a list. This can be published and shared through a persistent identifier like a mini DOI, and also downloaded in PDF or XML. We also have an API which can be used to query the metadata for potential reuse. For example, questions can be downloaded and potentially reused in further sweeps or new studies. Closer Discovery is not a finished product, and we are continually adding more content as well as adding new functionality. So to keep up to date with what is happening, then follow us on Twitter or sign up to our newsletter. Visit discovery.closer.ac.uk to get started. It's free and registration is not required.